Welcome back. The race to $1 trillion, that's heating up. Apple shares hitting a new record high yesterday. Take a look at this. This brings the company's valuation to above $900 billion. To hit $1 trillion, Apple will have to trade above $203.45, $203.45. Joining us now, Mahoney Asset Management President Ken Mahoney. This stock has been on fire. Ken, you own it?
It really has. Yeah, we own it. We like it. Actually, we're selling a little bit into this, though. Remember, just a couple of weeks ago, it was a semiconductor saying, hey, we have soft sales. They start looking at supply side change and say, wait a second, there's a little soft sales happening. So we had a nice bounce Thursday, Friday, a little bit yesterday. We're going to take some profits, though, because we see this reversion to mean from Apple from time to time, right? We see it like well below its mean and kind of catches up like a magnet, vice versa. We've had a good move here. We're going to take some shekels off, and we're still going to hold the core holding, but we are going to sell into this a little bit.
You wonder if these round numbers, Dagan, do represent a limitation. The stock has been on fire. It's $900 billion.
I know it's been what it needs to gain 8.6% to hit. Yeah, to hit that $1 trillion mark. I just want to remind people that I have a bet with Kevin Kelly. That I said Apple would hit $1 trillion. I think he bet on Amazon.
Yeah, he said Amazon.
Yeah, good luck with that, because Apple's at what almost $940 billion in market cap. Amazon's still down there.
Like Austin Powers, billions and billions.
Down there about $750 billion. So
yeah.
Again, Apple, a lot of low-hanging fruit at Apple in terms of monetization, in terms of the ability to grow its services. And by the way, China's still very strong. There was a lot of
and the service side. Look, we always get caught up with the hardware. We had the X comparisons, and you keep hearing that. Even Warren Buffett said, get off that X comparison. We're looking at the ecosystem, as you said. Once a user, always a user.
Yeah, but the ecosystem, you just said there are cracks in the ecosystem. Look what happened with semiconductor stocks 2 weeks ago.
Right, but if you think about where you have your photos, where you have your music, you're going to upgrade to iPhone. You're probably not going to go to an Android or something like that. That's where they kind of have this stickiness from, he likes it from 8 to 80, 8-year-olds up to 80-year-olds. I don't think Warren Buffett actually uses an iPhone himself, he said, but he's certainly invested in Apple.
He bought the stock.
So much of this, the market is so fixated on these FANG stocks, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. Right. Is that a healthy thing to have so much attention, so much market capitalization? And not only the market, but they're increasingly driving capital spending across the whole U.S. economy.
I mean,
you're right, but isn't that where the growth is?
What I'm wondering is, do we want to see a more diversified market and a more diversified economy that doesn't hang on just 5 companies?
You'd like to.
That was the case with financials for a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see, but it is narrow leadership. Unfortunately, we're there also, where the kind of pin action is, because you start going over here to banks, you can't find leadership there. You start moving around oil, you kind of get caught up in the pluses and minuses of oil. So unfortunately, you are left with the kind of where you got some top line growth, and it is a crowded trade. You're right.
And what happens when the market is driven by narrow leadership? What does history tell us? Didn't we have this?
It's not pretty. Yeah, it's not pretty. I mean, look at the S&P 500 now. 25 to 26% of it is now technology weighted.
That's what he's
saying.
saying.
Those who have those index funds say, "Oh, I got diversification." You do. But it's really heavily weighted towards those mega caps, with the market capitalization making up that part of the index.
Energy has typically been about 15% weighting in the overall market, and it was down in a matter of weeks ago, down to about 5 to 7%. So it seemed like room to run in terms of the allocation that those stocks represent in the broad market.
Are you selling into this strength in the market, or do you want to?
Yeah, we are. I mean, I think what we try to do is have a hybrid strategy, kind of be long 70%, but with 30%, kind of take the kind of ebbs and flows, so to speak. Yang when the market yangs, and yang when the market yings, so to speak.
All right.
So that we're selling into this a little bit, yes.
All right, we will be watching. Ken, great to see you.
Good to see you also.
Thanks for coming in. Ken Mahoney joining us there.